SOL number A27B. Students need additional practice finding the zero of the logarithmic function by Kylie Hockaday. 0. The point on a graph where the function crosses the x-axis. This is also called a root. The equation for a logarithmic function is f of x equals log a of x. Remember, an exponential function is the inverse of a logarithmic function. Example 1. The first function we're going to graph is f of x equals log of x, which also happens to be the parent function. When you plug this into your graphing calculator, this graph should appear. As you can see, the line crosses the x-axis at 1, 0. Therefore, your root is 1. Real-world application problem. pH is commonly used to define acidity in a chemical solution. pH is defined as pH equals negative log 10 of H positive. If pH equals 5.2, what is H positive? If pH equals 5.2, and the equation for pH is negative log 10 of H positive, then 5.2 equals negative log 10 of H positive. We must get log by itself, so we divide by negative 1 on both sides. You get negative 5.2 equals log 10 of H positive. Remember, the inverse of a logarithmic function is an exponential function. Now, we must convert the logarithmic function of negative 5.2 equals log 10 of H positive into an exponential function. This ends up being 10 raised to the power of negative 5.2 equals H positive. When you calculate this, H positive equals 0.000006309. You put this into scientific notation, which ends up being H positive equals 6.309 times 10 raised to the power of negative 6. High-level assessment problem. The last function we're going to find a zero for is f of x equals log 2 of x plus 3 plus 1. When you plug this into your graphing calculator, this graph should appear. Whenever the line crosses the x-axis between two whole numbers, you must pull up the table. When you look at the x and y table, look for 0 in the y column. The x value beside this 0 is your 0. On this particular graph, x equals negative 2.5 when y equals 0. Therefore, the 0 of this problem is negative 2.5.